Howdy, Highland. This is HTVS.
This will be the last episode of HTVS, so make sure to tune in, or else they'll cancel us.
Dag nabbit.
Are you on the Oregon Trail or something?
Are you not?
So seniors, you've had an interesting 2 years, right? Since last March in 2020. 2020 was quite the year. Things are hopeful, so I'm hopeful for you. I hope you do well in your after high school endeavors. Take care, everybody.
Congratulations, seniors. You made it through all of everything. Great work, really stellar job. So, think back on this time in high school and all the things that you've learned to complain about, because that really, as far as skills, is going to serve you best in life, from not being able to sit down on the floor at graduation, having to walk an extra 50 feet or so, to, having to wear a small piece of cloth over your face. Just really, you guys have gone above and beyond. There are things that I didn't think that one could complain about, and yet you've managed. Just really.
Napoleon was Emperor of the French from 1804 to 1815. He has a very disputed legacy, with some praising him as a brilliant leader, while others view him as an autocrat. Let's see his pros and cons to get a better view of him. Napoleon brought a stable government to France after a horrific revolution. He also put lower-class individuals in higher military and political positions than before, and treated the French citizens well. Napoleon also stopped the oppression of Catholics and Jews after the French Revolution. Napoleon started many unnecessary wars in Europe to gain power. He was also strongly against the freedom of the press and any criticism against him. He also restricted the rights of women during his reign. Now that we have a basic overview of his policies, let's see what the students of Highland think about Napoleon. Overall, this was a very close vote, with Napoleon being a good guy coming out on top. What can we conclude from this? I think this result shows that not everyone is good or bad, and that there can be morally gray people such as Napoleon who have both good and bad traits.
As the school year comes to a close, we are forced to say goodbye to our senior friends. As heartbreaking as that is, fear not, as one generation leaves, a new one arrives. The 8th graders of the world are becoming high schoolers, and the students from Hillside Middle School wanted to show you why they'll be the best additions to Highland High.
We're pretty good at wheelbarrow racing.
We are the best at catching hats on our head.
But honestly, we are the best at basketball.
Welcome to Summer Travel Tips, where we will visit the locations you can't go to. Covering the international first, as it is the least likely place you're going to go to. If you are lucky enough to go, be warned. Most people don't speak English in France. Now in the US, you might as well cross Alaska and Hawaii off as well, as tickets by this time are expensive in one way. Inside the US, many beautiful places to visit are Florida, New Mexico, and Texas, at least if you go during early May. Within Utah, for those whose friends would let them leave, Bear Lake is always beautiful, but Jordanelle is closer. You can also visit Provo, St. George, and other cities if you just want to see outside Salt Lake City, and or pick out a college. The final subject everyone hears about is Disneyland, and I don't care if you have the time or not, or if you're on your last warning at work, go to Disneyland. If tickets are already gone when this airs, try Universal, or inside Utah, Lagoon. You can always spend your remaining severance at the water park.
Hi, my name's Doug Jorgensen. I teach biology here at Highland High School. I also teach a class called Biology Agricultural Science. That's the class that we mainly use the greenhouse. As I recall, the greenhouse was built around 2010, give or take a year. It was built by one of our teachers and his students. The shop teacher, his name was Robert Stevens. I helped get the financing for the greenhouse, and then Robert and his students actually did the physical building of the greenhouse. Basically what we've done as far as what types of plants is in the fall I'll get a bunch of geraniums from my neighbors that they're just going to throw in the garbage. And so we'll take those geraniums and we'll teach the students how to propagate those or split those so that they can make new geraniums out of the old geraniums and have a bigger population. We, for years, would grow tomatoes for community gardens. And so what we would do, my kids would start from seed, would do starts, and then would grow beautiful tomato plants, and we would donate those to a community garden. This year was a little bit different, just because of, I didn't have students at the beginning of the year. So our crop was small, and we weren't able to provide any for community gardens this year, but in the past we've done that.
2 years go by with Fortnite still being at the top as the best Battle Royale game to exist. Then, rising out of the ashes, a contender enters the ring, hoping they can steal the crown away from Fortnite. This game that challenged Fortnite is none other than Respawn Entertainment's Apex Legends. The gameplay of Apex is a mashup of Battle Royale, Overwatch's heroes, and Titanfall's movement-based combat. Each legend has their own unique abilities like Mirage's dupes, Fuse's knuckle cluster, Valkyrie's ability to fly, and a missile swarm she can unleash on command, and so much more. Everyone has their own unique personalities to them that gives each and every one of these legends an opportunity to express themselves that gives the player a better way to connect with them and fully interact with their environment. Mastering these legends allows the player to have the most effective damage output against the enemy and quickly move your way to the top of the scoreboard. The arsenal leaves a variety of playstyles you can experiment with, along with motivations to master certain weapons to get better at the game and place higher in the leaderboard rather than spraying and praying your shots will connect to the enemy. Some of these weapons are the Sentinel that allows you to amp the rifle and awards the player's smart positioning and aim with higher damage output and faster encounters. The 30-30 repeater that allows a patient and disciplined trigger finger with higher damage, and the most recent bow check bow that awards the player's timing with, again, higher damage. As you can already pick up, higher damage is most earned through skill and mastery, and is a blessing from the heavens when you finally get it. The map rotation in the game is chock full of variety and complexity that forces a player to remember certain locations and strategies to have the upper hand on an enemy squad, along with plenty of places for another team to butt in, commonly known as a third party. All in all, Apex Legends is an extremely complex game that always has moving parts and helps the players stay on their toes, along with mastering the mechanics of the weapons and legends in order to get that sweet, sweet champion of the Apex Arena banner.
My name is Craig Johnson. Students call me Mr. J. I teach woodworking, cabinetry, and furniture design.
Hi, I'm Miss Hefner. I teach our welding program here. We do welding entry, intermediate, and advanced level. Concurrent enrollment as well.
I'm Mr. Dredge. I teach small engines, Auto 1, Auto 2, and Auto 3.
My program is it's a sequence of classes that allow you to build skills so you can go out in the world and you can create you can create something from nothing, basically.
We do all kinds of stuff here in welding. We build, we fabricate, we do a lot of art. It's just a fun time where we shoot lots of sparks all over the place. We play with fire, but we learn the fundamentals of being able to, like I said, build and fabricate using skills for an incredible career right outside of high school, if that's something that wants to be done.
It's an amazing program. Of course, I'm not prejudiced. I love the trade. After students take my small engine class, they learn how to work on lawnmowers, motorcycles.
Students love to make pens. In the past, we've made trebuchets, we've made fallout chairs, we've made giant Moana hooks.
There are so many different projects that take place in here. A lot of artistic projects such as roses, all to their individual personal projects where I've had students that have made desks and tables or skate rails, all kinds of stuff like that.
Most of them enjoy doing brakes, alignments, and then modifying their cars to run faster.
I love working with wood, so to be able to pass on that knowledge to the new generation, that's what makes it worth it.
Knowing that I have an impact on students' lives is my paycheck.
This will be the last episode of HTVS. Thank you for letting us be a part of Highland.
Yeehaw, Highland. Yeehaw.